Sonics and Bobcats in the NBA division for the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. The Supersonics led by Charles Roth, head coach, and the Bobcats led by Scott Thomason. The Supersonics in this game wearing the orange jerseys. They have Jack Dougherty, Jeremy Willis, Luke Wilson, Easton Glanville, Max Glanville, Trevor Flood, Tanoa Hall, Asher Rice, and Micah Deolis. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Bobcats in the white and blue, they have Jamison Fowles, Ian Memmer, Canyon Gilliam, Evan Beck, Mac Thomason, EJ Witt, Cash Bradley, Zach Krieg, and Jax Peschman. Those are the two teams out there, Sonics and Bobcats, as the Sonics start out with a 2-0 score. NBA division, the youngest of the divisions at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It is the 4th, 5th, and 6th graders here. We have a trip up. Micah Deolis stuck the foot underneath accidentally on the move. Beck hit the deck and will stay white and blue. Inbound to the side. Looking at three. No. Glanville in the corner. Tight defense. Goes back up top. That is the other Glanville. Up and down underneath. Lost the handle. And here's another steal for the Bobcats. Gives it up to Beck. He had a fast break opportunity last time, kept it alive, but Glanville easily breezed up court with that one after the steal. Back and forth right now to start this NBA game. As Glanville pokes out. Beck is the only one fighting for it there. The Bobcat team kind of diddle-daddling around half court and not going full attempts towards the basket. Glanville spins, takes his attempt, second shot, takes his time, doesn't go either. Both these teams having some issues on court too today. Glanville, third time's the charm on this possession alone. Not going to go with the three in the key offensively for Easton Glanville. Takeaway by Wilson. Coach calling out for the layup. Takes his time to get there, allows the defense to get back, but still converts on his bucket. Be 4-0, Sonics leading the Bobcats. Went over the line on the inbound. Cash Bradley turns it over to the Supersonics. Unfortunate error, but that's why they're here. Make sure that they get the least amount of violations. Beck gets another steal, uses his handle to get past Glanville. Then Glanville takes it right back. Bobcats, ball in hand. Beck has done a lot so far in the first 5 minutes, trying to set up his teammate for a bucket, but Cash Bradley just off again. Coach Roth saying, I need one more basket before we have a substitution. Doesn't look like he's going to get it here. Glanville. Sonics 4, Bobcats 0. That'll lead us to our first timeout break. You're watching the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball.
10 seconds to play. They need another 3 to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness.
Sonics with 2 baskets made in the first 5 minutes. Bobcats still scoreless, but right now trying to change that with some handles up top. A Flood playing some good defense. Gilliam's going to set some sort of screen for a 12-foot jumper that doesn't go for Jax Peschman, but their first bucket will go for the Bobcats. Doherty in the corner, trapped with the double team, needs to get it out, but travels, sliding that pivot foot across. And with these younger divisions, specifically 4th through 6th grade boys, it's really important defensively to play the game, because defense is the biggest part. It's easier to play defense when you're younger than it is when you're older. So as long as you play that tight defense, stay in front without fouling, and play just the basics of the game, it's going to be a real big difference when it comes down to it. Offense is one thing, but if you can keep your opponent from scoring, that is what will win the game for you. And that comes at all levels of play. But like I said, it's just a little bit easier to play defense because there's not as much. You don't really have a goal besides stopping the team from shooting, and that's it. Glanville now has some height competition with Zach Krieg entering play, the 5'7" player going against the 5'8". So that'll be a good difference and a good matchup down low, specifically as Tanoa Hall puts it off the backboard. I liked his play yesterday, and I like it today as well as he enters for the first time. Glanville gets a rebound, and Krieg was trying to fight for it. Glanville just had it on his side hip. Glanville, good use of the hands to keep it high and score again for the Sonics. 8-2. Nice bounce off the baseline, 15-footer. That is Jax Peschman scoring the bucket for the Bobcats. Nice to see them get back up there. Second basket made in the last 5 minutes. Glanville using his handles outside. Defense doesn't waver away. Flood finds the man down low. It's Deolis. He's going to bat back his own miss. It does go out as he pushes it straight towards the blacktop.
Oh my God. It is the second day. Please. I don't know if you ever heard, but earlier, 2 of the girls that were sitting here were talking about another girl that...
3, top of the arc, misses, hits the bar, and it goes orange to the Sonics. Coach calling for the Supersonics, Tanoa Hall, go down low. That's where he does his best work. He got quite a few rebounds yesterday in the evaluation games, and which is a very important aspect in what coaches look for. But along with those rebounds, I believe he had about an equal amount defensively and offensively. And offensively, since he's already down there and nobody was really fighting against him, he was able to just toss that ball back up and score, which was a big difference maker as well. And that's one part of Tanoa Hall's play that will be sought after as he goes through the ranks. Glanville gives it out to Doherty. Flood's on his right side. Doherty looking baseline. Gives it up. Flood, 3, no. Deolis. Three at the top, denied, and Glanville gets the rebound. It'll be Supersonics ball when we come back in a moment with a score of 8-4 at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp.
Ten seconds to play. They need another 3 to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness.
Sonics 8, Bobcats 4. You're watching the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp NBA Division, 4th through 6th grade boys. And a low-scoring affair so far, but that's why they're here at camp, make sure that they get better at the game. And like I said, defense is the biggest thing when it comes to this lower level of play. You play great defense, you don't have to worry about offense. You play great offense, well, you do have to worry about the other team's defense still. So that's the big part of this, as Glanville adds 2 more for the Supersonics and leads by 6. Beck with decent handles back in the game for the Bobcats. Glanville has an option up court. Looks like he's going to take it all the way himself. Almost lost the handle. Barely able to get it up and down. And Glanville right now seems to be the player to look at. Somebody needs to answer defensively, and that's why they have Krieg in play. Not easy to rush down the court, though, and play that full-court defense when a player gets it in such a position that'll lead them to an easy fast break. Baseline 15-footer short. Cash Bradley carrying as he goes around the arc and turn it over. Sonics right now up by 8, truly led by Easton Glanville. He's been the difference in this game, and Krieg has shut him down a little bit, that size difference, but at the same time, Glanville very methodical in his shots. He takes his time, he keeps it over his head, and it's not easy to defend. But with the height separation there between everyone else, that's why Glanville has really taken this Supersonic team a step further. Beck gets Glanville off his feet. Lost the handle again, and here goes Glanville. This time going to pass it up for Cash Bradley and lose it again. Excuse me, I believe that was Asher Rice. Beck steps into a three, looks good, no. This time it's Max Glanville looking at his options, kicks it across court, turns and shoots. Asher Rice doesn't get that one. Another baseline jumper, Glanville rebound, keeps it high just like he needs to, but Krieg is going to get the board for the Bobcats. All the way down, but Glanville going to pick up an offensive foul there. A good call as Krieg took an elbow into the chest. Bobcats going to get it underneath. Substitutions will come into play as well as the Sonics lead 12-4 still. It's been a while since the score.
10 seconds to play. They need another three to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness.
I brought some sweats for like the nighttime, and then I also have my PJ pants. So I think that I'm gonna throw on my sweats tonight.
The 2023 NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Sonics and Bobcats in the NBA division as the Bobcats get a good deuce out of the break. That was number 85, Jax Peshman. Good job setting up that play as well for Coach Scott Thomason. Definitely needed that basket as we near the end of half number one.
Thank you.
Supersonics without their leading scorer in Easton Glanville. The size separation now fairly equal.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All day, every day. I also didn't eat breakfast today. I do have a fast metabolism, but at
Switches
home,
court, looks at another one. It's good. That is 61. EJ Witt knocks down that. It's two straight baskets for the Bobcats. And they swing with a 4.2 possession scoring streak, 12-8 now. And the Sonics without Easton Glanville on the court falling apart defensively. And that's going to be a big difference if Glanville stays on the sideline in the second half. Pushed underneath. There is Jax Peshman. He gets his second bucket in the last minute. Bobcats within one possession now.
I crashed. I took a nap. That's why I was almost late for the game. I woke up like 10 minutes before I had to come out.
Bobcats, they smell the comeback brewing, and there is Deolis. Puts it off the glass from 12 feet out. That's the first basket scored by the Sonics with a man not named Glanville in the last 6 points. Travel on the hesitation. Violation on Bradley. And there's Deolis. Got that off, and the excitement on Deolis' face. Wilson tosses it up, denied underneath, and here he goes the opposite way after the block. Defense gets in front, still sets up for a 12-footer. Glanville gets the rebound. Peshman calling him out, saying that the ball had touched the support system of the basket, and he may be right. The play has continued on in the end. Canyon Gilliam handing off to Peshman. Peshman working on Rice. Peshman for his third bucket. No. Just under 90 seconds. Peshman tells the ref it's out on them, and he will get that call and keep it with the Bobcats, who won a close game before the half. Peshman can't quite get his three, a little bit long, but look good on his form, pushing the ball that far. Doherty tied up with Thomason for the jump, but with that, it goes orange in the last minute. Coach telling him to get out of the corner. He needs to, but that's 5 seconds. Heads the other way now. You have 5 seconds. Have to get rid of that ball earlier, but the trap works out for the Sonics. Three, Peshman, no. Front iron as it breaks way long, and a long rebound to Asher Rice and the Supersonics. Just a few seconds left. Looking at a final shot if they can get it off in time. Sonics already up by 4. Not going to get this shot, and that is going to do it for the first. We still have quite a bit longer to go in the second. The Sonics just up by 4.
Back up now. Back up, Easton. Back up top. Uh-oh. You guys can see here if they want. Oh, shit. You guys can see here on the bench.
But he's also, he's younger. He's technically a sister, but he's like, he just made the club.
Hey, where are talking at?
No, they were supposed to give me a soda.
Tanoa Hall for the Sonics, scoring a basket there, and I love him underneath the basket. He does everything correctly. He rebounds. He doesn't foul. He puts the ball back in the hole, but he doesn't force it either. Tanoa Hall, I'm glad to see him back out there here to start this second half because he can be the real difference maker for the Supersonics. Glanville has done a lot, but Tanoa Hall will make them win games. Coach Routh getting Hall back down on the block. Glanville's on the outside. Doherty gets it baseline, swatted at from behind, but Doherty connects it on his. The Sonics sharing the ball a little bit more. Glanville not the only one to make attempts at the basket, and that's 3 straight for him. Glanville a steal after the pass, using his right hand for his dribbles only. Keeps the ball high, multiple white jerseys swatting at it. He gets to a man down low. Shot doesn't go, and it stays white. Steps in, looking at 3, doesn't go. Flood with a few extra steps. Coach yelling at him, say you have to dribble. You got to put that ball on the ground. You can't just pivot off multiple feet. Three on the way, breaks off and goes up high and down to the Sonics. Just trading attempts. There has been a lot of turnovers and a lot of steals, but at the same time, most of the change of possession has just come from missed shots. But there's a steal for the Bobcats. That is Evan Beck. He attempts the shot as well, and that breaks off to Glanville. Glanville down to Tanoa Hall. Beautiful find, great reception, getting swatted at. Just a little too long on his attempt, but not fazed by the defense at all. Usually he makes that, but he was just a little bit off to the side, and that's not rare for a lot of players, but Tanoa Hall made sure that the defense wasn't phasing him, and he was able to shoot around it and make his attempt at a score. Another travel on the Bobcats. Can't catch a break. They started out with 3 after the half, but since then the Sonics still continuing in their scoring.
I actually have to be careful. I don't want to spend all my money. Is anyone using the roller?
Up and down to Glanville. Glanville
Game,
sticks
do
it.
you mind if I use it? Cool.
To Noah Hall, receives the pass. 2 white jerseys on him, goes right back up with it. Lid on the basket. The Sonics regain it outside. Travel called on the move down the lane. We'll go to a timeout as the Sonics up by 5, 18-13.
Ten seconds to play. They need another 3 to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness.
He was like rapping all over my body.
I know, you got it good. That's so good. Great job. Great job. Part of the team, I knew you over there cheering. That's a great job. Here.
But,
That's a great job.
like, I just came off an injury. I came into the camp and I was playing on it. But I think it's better now. But,
No, that's mine. He threw another one.
Sonics 18, Bobcats 13 at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. NBA Division 4th through 6th graders. The Sonics, they hold a small lead. It seems like they've been dominating offensively and inside the paint, especially with Glanville and Tanoa Hall. But the Bobcats still are sticking with it. They have a little different approach offensively where any open shot is essentially being taken, which is good, but they're just not falling as consistently as the Sonics. And that's the discrepancy in this game, but who knows? There's still plenty of time, and the Bobcats can definitely take a win here, even though the Sonics won that first game by a large margin. Glanville leads it up court. Beautiful find, 15-footer. Misses Glanville cleanup. Good. Give the man some Windex for cleaning the glass. Glanville back with another deuce and puts the Sonics at 20 in the game. Glanville looks at another steal. Looks like they will say it's off Glanville, but I thought it went off the foot of a Bobcat there. No. Official saw it correctly. It did go off the foot, so it is Orange basketball. Unfortunate error there by Peshman. Just lost his handle too early. Glanville down the lane, got it off the backboard. Glanville looking at another cleanup. Peshman bats it away. Krieg was there for the rebound, but Peshman decided to bat it out to get it away from Glanville, which wouldn't be a bad option. At the same time, Krieg definitely could have had an easy wrap-up for the Bobcats. Krieg down low, great find. Too much muscle, high off the backboard. Here is Glanville. He has an option up court, but coach is telling him to slow down. Go all the way down, and they're being hacked at. Shooting will be Glanville. Peshman, he did the right thing. He just missed the ball, hit the wrist instead, and Glanville will take some time at the free throw line.
Timeout after the shot.
It's okay. It's hard to keep track of.
Glanville able to bank in his first. Looks like they'll send it to substitutions here. We'll see who comes back out on the court and who exits as the Sonics lead by 10.
Sonora, back up. Sonora, go play defense down there. Back up. No, you make it right now. Come on. You make it. I got faith in you. Come on. I can't see.
Glanville goes 1 of 2, hitting the first and not the second. Sonics 23, Bobcats 13, with 12 minutes left in this NBA divisional matchup. Glanville riding the hip all the way down. Bobcats still looking for their best option, but here giving it away. The Sonics back down with the full head of steam. 3-on-1 and missing everything in transition is Max Glanville. Good attempt, though. He got in front of the defense, decided to take it a tad early. The basket is not in his favor. Down the middle of the paint, floats it up with the right hand, and fouled. 2 free throws will come for the Bobcats. This one, defense caught lacking. Their backs turned to the ball. That's exactly when you need to attack with full speed and perfect timing. Cash Bradley gets his first one, brings the lead back down to 9. Second one doesn't go. Nearly an offensive rebound. Luckily, Max Glanville was there to strip it away just in time before the Bobcats had another chance at scoring. Foul, Glanville, 2 free throws. The hack goes on Cash Bradley. And Coach Scott Thomason coaching his team well, saying, hey, if you just put your hand straight up, he's not making that. It's too much of an obstacle that the ball just won't get around him. Adds so much extra pressure when it comes to the young divisions, 4th through 6th grade. You're still learning a lot about the game, and just evading defense is not one of those things that a lot of players are comfortable with, even as you get into 7th, 8th grade, even a lot of high schoolers as well. Max Glanville looks up court. Three ball doesn't go. The Bobcats do have a three in this game ready. They came out in the second half, nailing one. Since then, they've only added one other point. That was from the free throw line. The Sonics continue in a average of scoring about 12 points per half. Noah Hall off his feet. Basket doesn't convert.
Were you at the Astro World concert? Fortnite, bro. Hell yeah. You got the Travis Scott? I got the Travis Scott. I accidentally deleted it. I mean, not my account, my brother's account.
I never got it.
Sub timeout.
23-14. A few extra subs will come into play as we only have 7 minutes left of this NBA division game.
Ten seconds to play. They need another three to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness.
Sonics 23, Bobcats 14. You're watching the NBA division at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Sonics right now leading scorer Easton Glanville just sits down inside the paint, moves around, gets away from the defense, but also Zach Krieg, who has now re-entered the game for the Bobcats, sticking around him as well. That'll be a good defensive pressure, but it's all up to the offense when it comes to this final 7 minutes. Bobcats need to come into play. 9 points separating them. Their average right now would put them just shy, but a few baskets being connected on will certainly make the difference, and that's what they're looking at here as they're getting good looks at the basket. They're getting the ball up to the rim, but it's just slightly off, and that's where it leads us here as the Sonics also want to continue their scoring with Peshman here. Or excuse me, that's Doherty, but he can't quite get his to rattle through. Glanville on the steal. Underneath, blocked from behind. Good clean block. Glanville looking over at his coach saying, hey, where's the foul? Play goes on. Here's Peshman now. Switches court to the opposite side. Step back for a deep two. Krieg lets it go loose down the baseline. Thought an orange jersey touched it. That in fact did not. So that will go in favor of the Supersonics. And there's that last one. Glanville looking for his foul somewhere. Doherty. Glanville swatted at again, and Peschman, the denial for the second time on Glanville. Doherty, the catalyst from the baseline, breaks the stack. Denied again by Peschman. That's going to be his third swat away in the last 3 possessions. Actually, 2 possessions, technically, according to the last one. Doherty breaks it again, finds Glanville. Krieg, a little bit of contact. Glanville fights through for another deuce. 27-14 with 4 to play. Coast to coast, Glanville slides in front. Enough pressure to stop the play. Glanville swatted at by Peschman. He jarred the ball loose, able to hold it up high afterwards and get it again.
Coach. Thank you. You're good. You like barely got in it.
Look like the officials here are going to call the no press rule. Too much added defense near midcourt. Both teams were stealing the ball back and forth. This goes into control of the Supersonics as Deolis is back in.
Girls, how much time is left? Huh? How much time? Thank you.
29-14, 2.5 left. Peschman, ball in hand, kicks it to his man on the left side. Looking at 3, looked really good from this angle. The ball was just off the left side and bounced off the side of the backboard.
I will later. Thank you.
Glanville inside. Krieg, a little push on the side. Glanville tips it back up. And we'll enter the final 2 minutes after this as the Sonics look at a victory here.
Ten seconds to play. They need another 3 to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness.
(29-14), the Sonics up big here in the final 2 minutes, looking at their second victory for the day. The Bobcats falling just shy again. 1 minute, 40 seconds left. You're watching the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Bobcats never gave up. They fought all the way through the end. I want to point out Jax Peschman defensively. He swatted 3 times in 2 possessions that were all clean, and he did a lot more than that, of course, but he was really trying to make the difference in the end after some of the players may have possibly given up defensively a little bit after Glanville stood so tall, nobody could really defend against him. Peschman, top of the arc 3, looked good, but comes up short. Hit the net, which means it was right on line. The power was just a little bit off. And for Peschman, 5th grade, still has a little time to grow into that 3-point shot. Deolis and Thomason fighting for that one on the jump. Alternating possession goes White. The Bobcats see if they can finish on a good note with a basket here. Peshman looks back at the time. Nice veteran move despite only being in 5th grade. Gets past Deolis and everyone coming over to go against him. And his second three back-to-back just goes wide right. And that's how we end this NBA division game. 29-14, the Sonics, led by Easton Glanville that entire time, ends up taking a victory. And as we head to our dinner break, we have a lot more basketball tonight and through the week. So keep joining us here at NorCal Sports TV.